What kind of things does gross wealth management help its clients with? It really depends on where you are in life now financially. Here are some of the areas where we help our young professional high income earning clients. Investment strategy and building wealth. We help our clients build a long-term investment strategy that goes beyond just their basic 401k. We also help them with their current 401k or TSP to make sure that within those limited investment options inside the plan, we're not just throwing our money into the basic cookie cutter target date fund, but instead we help them pick the best possible investments in that short list to get the best results for long-term growth. We also help our clients figure out which buckets they should be putting money into. And by buckets, I mean, you've got your 401k. It can have either pre-tax or Roth version. You've got the Roth IRA or traditional IRA as well. And then you also have a normal individual or joint taxable brokerage account. Each of these buckets are taxed in different ways when you decide to pull money out of them. We want to make sure that we're putting enough money into each one to make sure that we're set up for long-term success down the road. The next area we help with is tax strategy. Going back to those buckets of money, they're all taxed in different ways. So we want to get ourselves set up for success now so that 20 years down the road, when you retire, we can pull out a different amount from each one to make sure that we're minimizing the total amount of taxes we pay each year in retirement. We help our clients identify opportunities when they're high income earners for strategies like doing a backdoor Roth or the mega backdoor Roth within your 401k plan. And we also look for opportunities to do strategic tax loss harvesting inside of a taxable brokerage account. Lastly, we're not CPAs, but we've got a great one that we refer a ton of our clients to who absolutely love working with him. So we will be happy to refer you our trusted CPA that we work with. Or if you've already got a current CPA, we will make sure that we're on the same page as them to make sure that the investment and tax planning decisions are coordinated and aiming for the same goals. We help a lot of our younger clients with buying a home. Because we know the financial situations of our clients, we're able to help them figure out what is a reasonable amount they could actually put for a down payment on a home and what size and value house they could actually afford. On that, we want to make sure that the monthly payments for mortgage and other expenses with owning a home fit into your overall long-term financial strategy. We help our clients with college savings for their children. We'll set up 529 accounts for your kids and manage them so that it's growing for the long run, leading up to the years they go to college. Additionally, we stay up to date on the tax laws, including with 529 accounts, the options for possibly doing Roth conversions of some of that money at a later date. Say, for example, your kid is an all-star athlete and gets a full ride scholarship, or they just decide not to go to college and follow a different career path. We want to keep those possibilities in mind when planning for possible Roth conversions of some of that 529 money down the road for your child, as well as making sure that if one of these options seem quite likely, then we'll adapt our investment strategy for how much we're saving for each kid, either within a 529 account or in a custodial brokerage account. We help our clients that are getting gifted or compensated extra with their company stock. We help them decide when they should be selling chunks of it and how much based on the rules within that company stock plan and keeping in mind long-term versus short-term capital gains taxes. We often want to be doing this to make sure that we are not getting too many eggs in one basket and getting our investments diversified for long-term growth. Because one company's stock can drop by 50, 60, even 100%. And can go bankrupt. However, the entire stock market, at least for the last 120 years it's been around, it doesn't do that, which is why diversification is a very important part of our overall investment strategy. That company stock, when it's gifted to you, can often initially come to you as realized ordinary income, or if it's a stock option plan, it's not coming as extra income, but you're just buying the stock at a discount. Either way, we want to keep all the tax consequences in mind when we are realizing that stock or selling it for long-term capital gains and make sure that come April tax year, you're not caught off guard with a huge tax bill. One of the last areas we help our young professional clients is on the estate and insurance planning side of things. We want to make sure all of your investment accounts, whether it's a 401k, TSP, or IRA or brokerage account, all have designated beneficiaries on them, whether that's your spouse or siblings or children. We also help our clients figure out if life insurance even makes sense for them to be getting, and if so, which policy would be the best fit for them, whether it's term or a whole life policy. Life insurance is a difficult area that a lot of people have trouble figuring out if it's even worth it, because I'm sure you're getting calls by everyone and their cousin trying to sell you life insurance. And often people are sold life insurance when they might not even need it, or they're getting oversold on some policy that is way more than what they actually need. And we'll also coordinate with our estate plan attorney if it makes sense for you to get a living trust established so that in any crazy event, if you and maybe your spouse get into some accident, that your money gets passed on to your children or other beneficiaries in the smoothest and most tax efficient way. Every client we work with has a very different complex situation. And those are just some of the common areas where we help a lot of our clients. But we're obviously glad to help with whatever makes sense the most for your situation.